start off, you have race. Now, all the races, you don't get any extra perks between the races. It's just all the descriptions for them, or flavor and lore for the Conan universe. But you can read through and see what's kind of more to your liking, and maybe use that as a jump off point for how to build your character. Like, the Zamorians come from the City of Thieves if you want to do a thief build. The Nordheimer, they're more of like a tank build in my eyes. And then if you move on to religion, this is where you can, your character can get some starting perks, starting recipes, I should say. All your characters will start with 0 strength, 0 vitality. All the religions, we have Crom, Set, Yogg, and Mitra. Now, Crom is who you pick. He's a god that doesn't accept any worship, and he's more of like who you would go with if you didn't want to follow the religion theme in this game. But whoever you choose right now, it's not that important, because later on in the game you can worship all the gods or none of them. But the benefit of worshiping a god is through gaining the god's favor by upgrading your altar, bringing sacrificial bodies. You can eventually get the god's avatar, which is a giant sort of self-embodiment of the god itself that you control for a very short time. So there is some drawbacks with that avatar. You are very vulnerable when you're controlling the avatar, and you need to be near, say, a city that you want to smash and take over or decimate. So you're vulnerable while you're controlling the avatar, because your body is actually highlighted for other players to see and other enemies to come and bite you, and you're sort of defenseless. But it's still good to pick one of the religions to start with. Like with Set, if you choose Set, Set's followers are granted powers that align with their god as far as protection from poison and the ability to turn snakes into arrows. And to gain favor of Set, you use a ritual knife to cut out the hearts of your enemies and bring them back to Set's altar. For Yogg, he demands that his followers consume human flesh that has been ritually purified, and in return, Yogg grants his followers with blessed weapons and armor. You gain Yogg's favor by filleting your enemies and bringing their flesh back to a Yogg pit for roasting. Mitra is the god of right and justice, and Mitra's followers are given the ability to create sacred statues, clothings, and weapons. To gain Mitra's favor, use the Mitrian Ankh on your fallen enemies to bring their souls to an altar of Mitra. And like I said, each religion will grant you with these recipes, which can be starting recipes, which can be like axe or clothing or whatever. We'll get into that later on. For Conan Exile gameplay, be sure to check out the More RPG YouTube channel. Look for the Conan Exiles playlist, and thanks for watching.